Welcome to the Bible Lore Expedition, where you and I embark on a journey of discovery. I'm your host, Javen. In the last episode, we explored the wickedness and the sin that dominated the ancient cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, leading to God's judgment upon them. In Genesis 20, we encounter Abraham and Sarah journeying through the land of Gerar. As they traveled, Abraham expressed concerns for their safety because Sarah, his wife, was exceptionally beautiful. He feared that men of Gerar might kill him in order to take Sarah for themselves. Abraham decided to tell the people of Gerar that Sarah was his sister rather than his wife, hoping to avoid any potential danger. Wait a second. Does this sound familiar? This wasn't the first time Abraham had used this ruse. He had done the same thing years earlier in Egypt, which we read in Genesis 12. Well, you would think a man would repent and not repeat his mistakes. Well, think again. Anyway, Abimelech, the king of Gerar, heard about Sarah's beauty and took her into his household. However, before he could do anything, God intervened. He appeared to Abimelech in a dream and warned him that Sarah was actually Abraham's wife, and that if he touched her, he and his entire household would face severe consequences. Abimelech, having been deceived by Abraham, pleaded innocence before God, claiming that he had acted in good faith and with a clear conscience. God acknowledged Abimelech's integrity and assured him that he would be spared from harm if he returned Sarah to Abraham. The next morning, Abimelech confronted Abraham about his deception, questioning why he had misled him about Sarah's true identity. Abraham confessed his fear and explained that he had thought there was no fear of God in Gerar, and that he believed he and Sarah would be killed because of her beauty. Here is a quick trivia. In Genesis chapter number 20, verse number 12, it appears to reveal an interesting aspect of Abraham and Sarah's relationship. Abraham describes Sarah as both his wife and his sister, explaining that while she is indeed his wife, she is also his half-sister, being the daughter of his father, though not of his mother. This reveals an unusual family dynamic. Let me explain this. Abraham and Sarah were actually half-siblings, sharing the same father but having different mothers. This means that they shared a biological father but had different mothers. Now, this kind of relationship was not uncommon in the ancient world, especially among the patriarchs and their families. Let me spin back to the conclusion. Abimelech gave Sarah back to Abraham along with gifts as a sign of reconciliation, and allowed Abraham the freedom to reside anywhere in his territory. Through this encounter, God demonstrated his sovereignty and protection over Sarah and Abraham, even in the midst of their deception. He also showed his ability to work through unlikely circumstances to accomplish his purpose. The story of Genesis 20 serves as a reminder of the importance of honesty and trust in God's provision. Despite Abraham's fear and deception, God remained faithful to his promises and continued to watch over him and Sarah. It also highlights God's grace and mercy towards those who, like Abimelech, act with integrity and seek to do what is right. Well, I hope you're enjoying these episodes. If so, please follow my podcast and enable that notification or the bell icon to get notified of any new episodes that I put out. I'm your host, Chavin.